A lot of designers still think that AI is only useful for basic design tasks, like landing pages, but that's just not true. In this video, I will show how I use ChatGPT, UX Pilot, and Figma to redesign a real feature for my favorite video editor, Cupwing. This isn't about shortcuts, it is about using AI as a real design partner to solve complex UX problems, thinking about structure, logic, and flow like in any serious product. Let's dive in. Okay, so today I want to show how I use AI to design an interface, but not simple one like a landing page, but a complex one that needs more deep understanding and deep thinking. First of all, I want to say that this process will not be 100% automated, and I want to show you how I use the AI to enhance my thinking and move faster. I will show it with an example from my video editing software. The product called Cupwing, and I like it very much because it's very easy to use it and it's helped me to edit the video in a very easy way. This product has text editor. Now, if you're not familiar with video editors, just let you know that today when we edit video, you don't need to move all the section here with the sliders. Basically, the product transcribe all the text here and I can edit the text instead of edit the actual video. So for example, you can see here, I said something like, because I said always I don't want to, and then I repeat myself because as I always said, blah, blah, blah. I can eliminate this part of the video from the text easily. So basically, that's the feature that I like in Cupwing. It makes it very easy to edit videos in that way. So the thing that I have here that I want a feature in Cupwing that I will upload the video and automatically will take the video and edit it for me. Now, they have this feature here, but basically I want to improve it a little bit and make it easier for me to make changes and improve it. First thing that I want to do, I go to ChatGPT. You can see it here, and I explain the chat, the problem, and what I want to solve. You can see it here. Let's make it bigger. I'm a product designer that creates video about AI and design. In my video, I explain how to work with AI tools for designers, blah, 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 because I don't work with a script. Okay, this is my problem. Many times I start to talk and confuse. I need to talk again until the text is smooth. I said to the chat, do you know what is text editing video? I want to see if it's know what is text editing video. I'm sure it knows. It says to me, yes, I know what text-based video editing is, and write all the stuff. Let's move down. And here I add an image, as you can see here. And now I explain a little bit more about the problem. Not always it's cut the filler words. It's also cut some text. Look on this one, for example, in the structure, as you can see here. And I share with it what is text editing for this specific case. It responded me and explained what I explained to it in different way. That way I can be sure it's understand what I want to do. After that, it's explaining its words, what I want to say. I read it, I agree, and I continue. You can see here below. And now I explain it what I want it will do. For example, I want that the process will be automatically, and I explain it how I think it should work. So the next thing that I ask it to create a user story, and I explain it what I want it will do. For example, here, first of all, I wanted you to write a user story as a UX designer, and I explain my idea that I want that the process will be more or less 100% automated. So it's great for me the user story, as you can see here, as a product designer, content creator, use the text-based editing like copying. I want that they automatically detect the remove necessary repeated parts. So as you can see here, it's created for me the user story. Now, this one thing is super important because many times we work with product managers or with developers or with CEO. They not explain to us the task. I explain the chat the problem and I ask it to create the user story for me. If you're not familiar with user story, maybe you use PRD or another technique, but basically it's a doc that writes what we need to do. So I go below, it writes everything. I ask it to organize the text for a document. You can see it here. And then I explain to it the process that I think in my mind to do. And basically the process is that I want to upload the video, transcribe, then I want the AI tool in the background will divide it to sections, and then it will take each section and remove the text that's not necessary and just create the text that is smooth, without filler words or retakes. This is what I explain here to the machine. I will not read it, but you can read it if you want. Then I ask it to create all the flow for me. Here it's the flow it's created for me, and now I ask it to create it more simple, so I will able to create from it a flow in Figma. With all the stuff that we did here, I don't leave it here. Let's go to Figma and see how I organize it there. Here's the Figma file. I have here some screenshots from the product that I download with HTML to Figma plugin. And here below, we can see user story. I have here the flow and information I need to take in account why I designed this feature, because when I chat with ChatGPT, I have some ideas and I wrote them here so I will not forget them. Apart of that, I took the flow ChatGPT generated for me. I mean this one, you can see it here, move to Figma and ask it to create a flow for me. So I paste it here, and it and it's created for me the flow, like upload video, auto transcript, detect structure, segment the transcript, analyze each section, reorganize smooth flow, and preview and edit. In that moment, the human, the person that edited the video, need to review and see that everything is okay. After that, I can export. So I copy from Figma and I paste it here, as you can see, the flow chart. Now, this page, I call it user store with all the information inside. So if I need any information, it's here. It is also help me to communicate with the developer, product manager. Everything is here, and every time that I need some information, it's here. Now I move to the playground page when I start to iterate and find some ways to solve the issue. You can see here the page that I work and start to solve the issue, but I will focus here on this part so we'll able to see better the process I did. You can see this is the page that exists today. Here below I have some ideas on how I can organize the text, because now it's look like that. Okay, very simple one, but I want to divide it into a section, as you can see here, and I sketch some ideas. At the end I had this idea, as you can see here, that I can move text between the sections, move section above or below, and the user will able to edit the video in that way. So why I did it in that way? Because basically when we work with LLM models, with AI, it's not always detect all the information well. It is possible that when it's transcribed and create the sections, some text will move from one section to other section. So I want to be able to move text for one section to another section. Apart of that, sometimes when I record a video, it is possible that I record again another part that needs to be in the middle of the video. So in that case, I will able to navigate and move up and down. And then I did some wireframes, as you can see here, like section 1, section 2, section 3. This part that can move section below or above. So for example, this one section, this is another section, so I can move this one below or above so I can really find the sections. And the last thing that I thought to do is that each section needs to be cut, as you can see here, on the track. So I will able to connect visually this part with the sections. Then what I did, I had all the ideas in my mind, and I start to talk with ChatGPT and explain all the ideas you can see here to the chat. So you can see here points that I think I need in this feature, and I explain some use case. For example, sometimes people not create one floor, they start something, go to the end, continue, and then need to move some part of the video to another place in the track. And a part of that, I ask it to write me short issues you think I need to solve. So this case is super interesting, because what I do now, I have the idea, I know more or less where I will go, but in that case, I ask the AI to give me more ideas that maybe I didn't thought about. And it's give me some ideas that maybe I need to consider. So you can see here one example, emotion or empathy is loose. And that's mean that sometimes that I create video, I talk in one tone very quickly. But if I make the retake, my tone is changed. So maybe with AI tools, I will able to add another feature to make it more balanced. And other things that it show me is to add undo and edit history. That's maybe it's possible to add. So if I have an idea that I want to add and I think it's missing for my design, I can take it from here. If not, I continue. Then I ask it to create as a task, as you can see here, the task, the objective, the key goals, okay, and all the information that I want will be inside. More or less that the user story, but basically I write it again. I copy all the information from here and I move to UX Pilot to continue iterate there. And just let you know before we continue, you can find the link for UX Pilot in the description below. Now let's continue. I'm here in UX Pilot. I will open here the page settings and I explain it a video editor tool. Close here. Then I add in the context, as you can see here, the text that I copy from ChatGPT, the feature that I want to do, okay, with all the key goals on all the information. And then I select here the model. I can select high fidelity wireframes and the desktop and start to generate screens. In the first case, what I did, I selected high fidelity design with the standard model and with deep design. And it's great for me this page. Now you can see here that design is very good. It does not look like Cupwing, but basically you can see here that it's give me some ideas on how I can design the interface, like use red with white to show what I delete and what not. You can see here the section it's created. So it's give me another hint on how I can work and design the feature. If I go down, you can see here that this design is more closer to the software. This is the software, as you can see here, and this design look closer. And that is because I added an image of the product here. So it takes some information from the image and added it here. And you can see here that it's created for me the sections. It's added the text that I will not use or the text that I use. So you can see here another example, and it's give me ideas and hints on how to design the feature. You can see that it is divided the sections in different visual way. also interesting. And at the end, I created it also with wireframes. Here, I have some ideas, visual ideas on how I can organize the information so I will able to move the elements in an easier way. I will go now one moment to Figma. First of all, in Figma, I imported all the frames from UX Pilot. And if you not remember how to do it, you just need to go to UX Pilot. Here on the top, you just need to click on Save. I click on Save here. I back now to Figma, open the menu, click on UX Pilot, click on Saved, and once I click here, I will able to import the page. So I imported it before, and I start to iterate with the design that UX Pilot created for me. So basically, I like this one that I have the sections and information, and I start to work and iterate with the design to create the feature. So let's take a look on how I created it. Here are two ideas that I created that are very similar. So basically, I have here the title of the section, the text from the sections, and I can move the section below or above. Apart of that, here I added also the time, so I like it much better because it gives the feeling that the text connected to the timeline. And here it's how to look at the end. You can see it, like me zoom in. You can see how the feature added to the software to give the user the ability to organize better and edit better with the text. Now, this is not finished. It's necessary to make more tests and see that it's work well, fix all the edge cases, the error cases, and more stuff that I need to do here. But basically, as you can see in this video, this is the way that I work when I need to design a product. And by the way, I'm not working for Cupwing. I not get from them any money. I just did it because I want to show you how to use UX Pilot and how to use ChatGPT to make a better interface. And that's all. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for a product design to level up your business or you're curious about bringing AI into your workflow, my contact info down in the description. Feel free to reach out anytime. And if you get value from this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I love to hear your thought or any questions you have got. See you in the next one. Take care.